Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lynn. So I filmed this on Sunday and I kind of wanted to show you before I started what I had to do. I had just some things I needed to put up. I wanted to film a haul, but I just was too tired and didn't get a chance to. So you'll get to see me put everything away. I'm just going to start on my laundry right now and get that going and out of the way. So let me tell you what happened to me on Friday. So I go pick my granddaughter up from the bus stop every day. Um, the bus drops her off right in front of the house, so I don't have to go far to pick her up. And Bobby went to go get Finn from school. Well, it come about 3 o'clock, and I was sitting in my swing. I'd been out there about 10 minutes early, 10 to 15 minutes early. It wasn't extremely hot outside, so I was sitting on my swing, and it was time to go to where the bus actually stops. I have a swing outside, and I was sitting on it, scrolling through TikTok, just looking around, enjoying the nice day. I think it was like 85, 86, so it wasn't extremely hot. So anyway, I stood up out of the swing and was walking toward the bus stop. And I just got super, super nauseous. And the world started spinning. And I had called Bobby and told him he was going to get us pizza after he picked up Finn. So I told him to come on back home, that I wasn't feeling well. So I sit down in the grass and in the shade because I had been perfectly fine that day. So anyway, I sat down and I got so nauseous. Oh, it was the most nauseous I've ever been. Well, that started clearing up and I was getting a feeling better. So I thought, just a little crazy spell. Maybe I was starting to get sick or something. Well, it was about time for the bus to get there to actually pull up. And so I heard the bus coming and I stood up, and I have to cross our little dirt road to the other side, which isn't, dirt roads are not as wide as regular roads. So I stood up and I was so sick all over again. And I got so dizzy. It was crazy, and as I was walking across the street, I thought I was going to fall in the street. But I didn't. I made it. The bus pulled alongside of me, and the door opened, and when the door opened, I just lost everything. I did not vomit, but I just collapsed on the steps of the bus. I kept passing out. I could hear everything that was going on around me. I just couldn't really communicate or talk to anybody. I didn't have enough energy to raise my arms. I was so sick. Bobby hadn't gotten back yet. It would have been like 5 more minutes before he got there. The bus driver, bless her heart, she was with me the whole time. She had actually been an EMT. She had to call the ambulance come get me, and the firefighters were there first, and then the ambulance showed up. And well, I got to the emergency room, and of course they couldn't find nothing wrong. They never do. But they're pretty sure that my blood pressure dropped for whatever reason. I have to set up a doctor's appointment to find out what happened. But I did get the bus drivers. There's the bus driver and the bus aide, and I got them a gift card from Target and a thank you note to show them how much I appreciated them. But y'all, I was so scared. All I could do was pray in my head because I couldn't even pray out loud. I was just so weak. It was just the craziest thing. This has happened to me like 4 or 5 times before. It doesn't happen often. The last couple times it happened, it was the same way. I got extremely sick beforehand. I get very nauseous, and I feel like I'm going to pass out. I don't actually lose consciousness, but I have so little energy. It was like almost like I left my body. I can't explain it. It's kind of like if you ever been under anesthesia and you're waking up and you're groggy and I couldn't even lift my head up. It was like all my energy had left my body. It was so crazy. Um, like I said, I've had these spells a couple times, probably about 4 or 5 times in the last, probably 5 years. So I probably have it once a year, something like that. I'm not sure. I was told by somebody that it was anxiety attacks, but I don't think that's what it is because, I'm not a very high stress, anxiety ridden person. At least I don't think I am. So I don't know, maybe I have subconscious anxiety. But I really think it's got something to do with my blood pressure because there's a lot of times I can stand up and I feel like I'm going to pass out and the whole room will go dark. I am going to set up a doctor's appointment, see if they can figure things out. I've been to doctors so many times, and they've always told me it was my hormones out of balance. I don't think my hormones has been in balance since I was born, because I've had these spells where I feel like when I stand up, I'm going to pass out. When we were kids, they were called head rushes. But anyway, so I've always been told it was because I'm a little, tiny, I'm weak and feeble, but I can't be the only person in America who's a tiny person. And I've actually put on 20 pounds in the last year. Yay. And I've also been accused of having an eating disorder from a doctor and who actually wanted to put me in the hospital. I had to argue with this doctor that I've never had an eating disorder. I only gained, when I was pregnant with all 3 of the kids, I only gained 20 pounds the whole time. And I was very aggravated with him because I don't have an eating disorder. And I think, there are people out there who do have true eating disorders and they need help, but it wasn't me. So doctors don't go past anything else except for I don't eat good, I don't eat right because I'm too little. People, I love to eat. I just don't gain weight. But anyway, it was an adventure. And I pray it never happens again. And the lady in the ambulance probably thinks I'm crazy. Don't know, don't care. But when she scooped me up and got me in, and got all my vitals and got the IV going and everything, I was like, can you pray for me? And she did. She said a very beautiful prayer over me because let me tell you, I believe in the power of prayer. And that's the first thing I turn to is God when something happens because God is better than any doctor out there. He is a great healer and a great physician. And, he's the one I call on even when this was going on. Is who I was calling was on him. And so I am very thankful that I'm better. I'm feeling better. I'm still real weak from everything that happened. I feel perfectly fine. I just feel like I have no energy whatsoever. But I'm so thankful. And to be truthful about it, had Bobby been home, I would have had him just scoop me up, take me in the house because I've had these spells before. But he wasn't home, and I wasn't able to communicate to him at the time that if you just take me in, that I'll be fine. And nobody wants to hear that. And I wasn't able to see him while all this was going on. He was kind of in the background. But I knew they wasn't going to find anything. They never do. So I'm going to make me a doctor's appointment and get everything set up. So if y'all would be so kind to say a prayer for me that whatever this is, that the doctor can actually figure out and will look into something and listen to what I have to say so they can figure it out. Like I said, this doesn't happen a lot. It's not an everyday thing that I get that sick. But, I just want them to figure out what's going on so they can fix it. And I don't want them to say, oh, you're tiny, oh, you're too skinny, you don't eat right, you know, because it has nothing. I feel like it doesn't have anything to do with that. But anyway, I am feeling better, and I'm so thankful that God put me at the right place at the right time with those bus drivers, because I don't know what would happen if I had fell out before they got there. So, you know, I give God all the glory that it was His timing, that if everything was going to happen the way it was, that they were there to be with me. So anyway, that was my crazy story that happened to me Friday. But I did have to get the house cleaned back up. It wasn't too bad. It didn't take me long to put everything up and get everything cleaned up, but I did want to give everything a good cleaning. As you can see, Bobby's in the background helping me the whole time and fussing at me the whole time not to overdo it. But, you know, he knows I'm not going to sit down and just not do things, because that's just not me. And I feel like I need to get up and do things to get my energy back up. Now, on a side note, I have decided I'm not drinking any more sodas. I got me a big jug of water that I am going to drink from now on. So I am going to make sure I do stay more hydrated and see if that helps anything. And so far, I've been keeping up with drinking a good bit of water. But anyway, I'm going to quit running my mouth because I've talked most of this video, but I wanted y'all to know what was going on. And I did want y'all to say a prayer for me that the doctors can figure out what's going on and quit blaming everything on hormones and what I eat. So anyway, I'm going to quit talking and let y'all watch me clean the rest of the house.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
So I've got the kitchen clean, laundry going, and I cleaned my son's bathroom. Now I am going to work on making my bed, and Bobby's getting the sheets out the top of the closet for me. So while he's getting everything down, I get to play with the kitty cats. They are all so nosy, but they're so sweet, and they've got to be right where I am. And I don't mind. I'm not complaining. I love getting the attention from them. They're always right up under my foot, but hey, you know, it's nice to be loved by people and by our fur babies, and they are all spoiled, and I just love them to bits. So they get to help me and Bobby clean up, they get to help me and Bobby make our bed and get everything situated. And, you know, it's sweet because he loves these cats probably as much as I do, and we just have them spoiled rotten. And, you know, I'm very thankful for these cats because the kids are in school all day and I get to missing them, and it's like they know, and they'll jump on my lap and they're like, you know, we're still here and we still love you. So, you know, I'm very thankful. Again, God puts us in the right places. And, you know, I've had the kittens, the 3 boy cats, for a year now. I got them when they were just tiny kittens. Their mom, I'm pretty sure, got hit by a car. But anyway, I had to bottle feed them and, you know, hand raised them from about probably 4 to 6 weeks old. I'm not sure how old they were. But, you know, the Lord knew that these kids were going to be in school all day. And I'm just somebody who needs somebody or something to take care of. I think God just gave me the spirit of taking care of people and animals, and He knew that they would be in school this year, and so He just sent me these little cats so I would have something to take care of and I wouldn't be lonely. So They mean so much to me. They're sorry, I'm stumbling. They're very important to me, and I just love them to pieces. They're just the sweetest little cats, and I am so thankful to have them.
I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I can see everything clearer. Trying to fly 'cause I'm light as a feather. But I get high, I get low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. I will get up again. Stronger than I ever been. You hear them calling, shouting your name. Turn up the collar and walk away. Feels like you're falling, now who is to blame? Wishing you'd only be more like them. Over and over, you cry yourself to sleep. And you're colder, much colder. If only you could see. Don't you know that you're beautiful? Just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful? No matter what the scars, no matter what they say. And we'll shout it out, louder, prouder. Ain't no one gonna hold us down. 'Cause you know that we're beautiful, just the way we are. Don't let them sell you all of their dirt. It all will come back once the tables turn. Bolder, go bolder. Now set your sails on high. And you're stronger, much stronger than they will ever be. Don't you know that you're beautiful? Just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful? No matter what the scars, no matter what they say. And we'll shout it out, louder, prouder. Ain't no one gonna hold us down. 'Cause you know that we're beautiful, just the way we are. We're beautiful. So don't go changing. You're perfect as you are, just the way you are. Keep on shining. You're perfect as you are, just the way you are. Don't you know that you're beautiful? Just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful? No matter what the scars, no matter what they say. And we'll shout it out, louder, prouder. Ain't no one gonna hold us down. 'Cause you
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, deep down. And it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be.
So I know I have spent most of the time telling y'all what was going on, so there was a lot of me running my mouth in this video, but I like to keep y'all updated, and I know some of y'all, if not most of you, are all God-fearing people and love the Lord as much as I do, and are prayer warriors. So, you know, I just like to keep y'all updated what's going on, and send up some prayers for me, because there's been many a time I've asked for prayers, and y'all have taken y'all's time out of your day to say a prayer for me, and I really thank you and appreciate that, because, you know, I really believe and know that the Lord does hear our prayers. And I do appreciate when y'all do take your time. And if y'all ever need anything prayed over, I will stop everything I'm doing and say a prayer for whatever it is that you have need of in your life, or to just give thanks, because we need to pray not only when we are in need of something, but we need to give thanks every day, no matter how good or how bad our life is. We always need to give thanks, because there's somebody out there who's got it a whole lot worse than what we have, and it doesn't matter what you're going through, somebody else is going through something a little bit worse than you. So, you know, I always believe, and no matter where you're at in your life, that you need to stop and give thanks to the Lord for what you do have, because if you got breath in your body, don't matter what you're going through, you need to be thankful, because somebody in this world somewhere is taking their last breath, and somebody's getting heartbroken, having a heartbroken family over that last breath. But anyway, I'll quit running my mouth, and I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you didn't get too bored with my little story and goings on, but I am very thankful that I am up and about, and that everything worked out the way it did. But keep me in your prayers that doesn't happen again. But thank you for watching. I hope you got motivation. And y'all hear the cat in the background? He's acting crazy. Anyway, I hope you got motivation. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you haven't already, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon so you can get notifications when I upload new content. And as always, thank you for watching, and God bless.